Good morning, children. Welcome back to science class. I'm going to teach you lesson 12 atomic structure. This is our video session 22, and then this is part 2 of this lesson, atomic structure. Recapitulation. In the last video session, we studied Dalton's atomic theory, advantage of Dalton's atomic theory, fundamental particles in an atom, discovery of electrons, properties of cathode rays, discovery of protons, discovery of neutrons, and Thomson's atomic model. These are the topics we discussed in the last video session. In this video session, I'm going to teach you about valency. What is a valency? The combining capacity of an atom is called an valency of an atom because individual atoms. See here we have a sodium atom's atomic structure. Here in center we have a nucleus and then the electrons are revolving around it. Like how the solar system, in center we have a sun and then remaining 8 planets revolving around the sun. Likewise, in atom also the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So when these atoms, when it is alone, it is not stable. So it needs to combine with other atom to form a compound. When it is a compound, it is very stable. That's why it is combining with another atom. So that combining capacity only we can call it as a valency of an atom. The arrangement of electrons in an orbit is known as electronic configuration. See here, we have a 3 orbits. 1, 2 and 3. In this the electrons are revolving around it. These electrons, how they arrange in the orbits, we can call it as electronic configuration. Next, the valency electrons in an atom readily participate in a chemical reaction. Yes, based on the valency of an atom only, it is taking part in the chemical reaction. Valency is defined as the number of electrons lost or gained by an atom in a chemical reaction. So the valency is how much electron the atom is losing or gaining, then only the chemical reaction will be taking place. So based on the electron only, we are having a chemical reactions and then the atoms forming a compound. Types of valence. Atoms can neither lose or gain electrons. Atoms of all metals, they have a valence electrons 2, 1 to 3 in their outermost orbit. All metals are positively charged atoms. All non-metals will have 3 to 7 electrons in the outermost orbit. Actually, the outermost orbit electrons only, they are removing or gaining electrons to make a new compounds. Non-metals accept the electrons. All non-metals are negatively charged atoms. So here metal atoms are positively charged and the non-metal atoms are negatively charged. Valency with respect to atoms. So different atoms, how this valency has been taking place. First, the valency with respect to hydrogen. So valency of an element is also determined with respect to other atoms. When we compare the two atoms, then only we can able to know the valency of a other atom. Generally, valency of an atom is determined with respect to hydrogen, oxygen and chlorine. So we can compare the atoms with either hydrogen, oxygen or chlorine. You can able to find out the valency of another atom. That means if it is a valency 1 means it can able to gain or lose 1 electron. For example, here we have hydrogen. The symbol to represent hydrogen is capital H. Its valency is 1. That is, it is readily losing 1 electron. So H plus. Then helium. Helium is He, the symbol. Valence is 0. So valence is 0 means it doesn't gain or lose any electrons. Next we have a lithium. Its symbol to denote is Li. Its valency is 1. So it is positively charged, Li plus. The previous slide only we studied the positively charged ions. It is metal atom. Next, beryllium. To represent capital B and E, its valency is 2, Be2 plus. So this is also a positively charged atom. Obviously it is a metal. Next, boron. Boron to represent capital B is a symbol. Its valency is 3. So it's a positively charged atom. So B 3 plus. Next, carbon. Carbon, the capital C is a symbol for carbon. Its valency is 4, but it can not lose or gain electron. Only it can share the electron. So we don't have any charge on this. So we can call it as a covalent compound. It can share the electrons at different ions it is forming. So we can call it as a covalent compound. When carbon is present, we can call that compound as a covalent compound. Our next heading is variable valency. Variable means the valency has been changing. So what are the places the variable valency is happening in the atom? Some elements differ in their capacity to combine with other elements depending on the nature of the reaction. So when the reaction is taking place, that time the atom is combining with other atom. So it may be change on the depends upon the nature of a reaction. Nature of the reaction means it may be taking place with the help of a heat or else in the cold condition like that. Based on the nature of the reaction, the valency has been changing in the atom. This property is called variable valency. That is, depends upon the nature of the reaction. The valency is changing. That's why we are calling this is variable valency. For example, the iron in ferrous oxide exhibits valency is 2. So when the valency of an iron is 2, we can call it as a ferrous oxide. Whereas the valency is 3, we can call it as a ferric oxide. So it depends upon the number of electrons removal from the atom, we can call it as a different name. So when it is loses 2 electron, we can call it as a ferrous. Instead of 2, it is removing 3 electrons, we can call it as a ferric oxide. So it depends upon the nature of the reaction, it may loses more electrons, so the name of the compounds also changing. Here we have a sum of the elements and their valency. First one element is iron, its symbol is Fe, valency is 2 and 3. Tin, the symbol is S, N, its valency is 2 and 4. Then lead, its symbol is Pb, the valency is 2 and 4. Phosphorus, the symbol is P, and then the valency is 3 and 5. Atoms are group of atoms. When they either lose or gain electrons, it's converted into ions. So when it is gaining or losing electron. So if it is gaining, the proton number is maximum, so it is positively charged. If it is negative, the electron number, it is gaining electron, so electron number is maximum. Type of ions. We have cations as well as anions. These are the two types of ions we have. Cations. What are cations? If an atom loses one or more electrons during a chemical reaction, these are called cations. See, here we have an atom. In that atom in center we have a nucleus. Nucleus is always positively charged. Around that all the electrons revolving around it. So how many number of proton is present in an atom? That equal number of electrons only present in the outer orbits. So when it is losing, the ion is moving away, so the positive charge is maximum. So we can call it as a cation, that is positive ion. So all the metals are positive ion. We have one anions. If an atom gain one or more electrons during a chemical reaction, it have a more number of electrons in it, so it is negatively charged in it. So when it is getting one electron from the other, either it may be one or more than one, so the electron is maximum in that. So obviously the atom carries a negative charge, so we can call it as a anion. If the atom carries a positive charge, the proton number is maximum, we can call it as a cation. Either the atom gaining electron, the electrons are maximum in number, so obviously it carries a negative charge. We can call it as anion. So here the valency of an anion and cation. The valency anion and cation is a number which expresses the number of hydrogen atoms. So the valency has been compared with hydrogen. First one, the valency one. Here they given the positive ions copper, hydrogen, potassium, silver and sodium. So they are having positively charged. So we know that when the positively charged ions all are metals. Next we have a negative ions, anions, hydrates, H minus, chloride, bromide and iodide. So they carry a minus charge on it. So here it is a anion. And then polyatomic means poly means more, ammonium NH4 plus, hydrogen carbonate HCO3 minus, hydroxide OH minus, and then nitrate NO3 minus. So these are having a only one electron transferring or gaining. Here two valency, calcium, copper, iron, lead, magnesium and zinc. So all are carries a positive charge. So we can call it as a two valency metal. Next oxides, O2 minus, sulfide S2 minus. So this is a negatively charged anions. Next carbonates, CO3 2 minus, sulfate SO4 2 minus. Next the valency is 3, aluminium Al3 plus and iron 3 Fe3 plus. Nitrite N3 minus, and then the polyatomic atom phosphate PO4 3 minus. So these are the examples for some of the atoms and poly compound. They are carrying a charge, depends upon the valency. Here is your assignment. So answer these questions. What is a valency? What are the types of valency? What is an ion? What is a cation? And what is an anion? So you can write these, find out these questions, answers from this video or else the book, and then write it in a rough note. Thank you students. Have a great day.